Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome on into another episode of the Rust Belt Rivalry podcast. I'm Brian Philos, my co-host, Nick Remchek. We'll be talking Browns, Bengals, Buckeyes, a lot of NFL, a little bit of college. Nick, how we doing today, pal?
Fantastic, Brian. How are you?
I couldn't be happier, buddy. I could not be happier. But let's talk about why you're in such a good mood. Does this have anything to do with the Bengals?
Joe Burrow's back. I have mixed feelings on it, but I've thought it over, and I'm happy he's going to play. I think at this point, I mean, why sit him? Whatever. I mean, if he gets hurt, he gets hurt at this point. So, hey, Bengals only 3 games back, Brian. It can happen still.
Is Joe Burrow playing safety?
I wish, man. Okay, you know what? Funny story about that. So Geno Stone, who's the safety I've been getting all over for the Bengals, he had a pick 6 on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And he was all over Twitter just saying just things about himself. And I'm like, dude, did you guys win the game? Like, grow up. But no, can I get into this game, this Bengals-Patriots game?
Floor is yours, pal. Have at it.
First of all, you can have Joe Flacco back. Thank you for just not a good game for Joe Flacco, man. He is definitely showing his age. Gosh, dude, this is just one of those games, man, though, where it's just so frustrating. And the Bengals, they're at home. They're winning 10-0 in the second quarter, and they just found a way to really slip up at the end. I mean, only having 7 points in the second half. Flacco had some horrible reads, didn't make really good decisions. And Zach Taylor's coaching, man, again, just another reason to get him fired. I'm just so sick of just how he manages a game. It's just getting extremely frustrating. It's honestly costing us some games. Don't know if you're watching it, Brian, but the Bengals were down late in the game with, I believe, 4 or 5 minutes to go. And the Bengals end up passing the ball on 3rd and 1, which brought up 4th and 1. They're on like our own 45-yard line. What does Zach Taylor do? He punts. And then so what is the point of that exactly? You're 3-7, Brian. Why aren't you going for it? Please tell me. Like, I cannot understand what goes through this guy's mind every Sunday. I can't. And every single fan saw it, and they all agree, like, horrible decision. I mean, it really kind of costed them the game because they punt, and then the Patriots ended up going down the field getting 3 points, so that made the Bengals have to score a touchdown late to try to win the game. So, yeah, man, just extremely frustrating. The defense actually has played decent the last 2 weeks, surprisingly. So, not having Jamar Chase in there obviously was a killer. It's going to be good to have him on Thursday with Burrow, but you end up losing T. Higgins with a concussion. So it's still going to be a tough game. But I just had that feeling. But at the same time, I'm texting my family and I'm just like, do not think we're winning this game, because this is exactly what happens. You can't get your hopes up with this team because they always find a way to blow it. So moving on to Thursday, Brian. And they have the same record as your Browns now. It's unbelievable. It makes me sick to think that.
Even funnier, though, and I did text you this earlier this week, the Browns now have more wins than the Bengals do since the Browns traded Joe Flacco to the Bengals.
Kill me.
I tried. You could go back to the episode where we talked about them trading him, and I tried to warn you that there was a Joe Flacco experience, and you were going to have 1 or 2 of these games where it was just like, wow, who is this guy? And then he's going to fall right back down to earth. He did it in 2023 with the Browns. He did it last year with the Colts. He's just limited, man. He can't move around in the pocket, I mean, the nice thing that you have to look forward to, I mean, maybe not look forward to, but at least they kept it close, right? We thought it was going to be a blowout. We both agreed that the Patriots were going to crush the over on their own points. So, closer game than you. Maybe you get Burrow back, you get Chase back, and maybe there will be some hope. I mean, the Browns are also only 3 games.
Yeah. Imagine that, right?
I'm not going to go too crazy here, but
Brian, you just never know. Again, the only reason I'm saying this because Burrow being back is the next 3 games you have the Ravens, the Bills, and the Ravens. So you play the Ravens 2 times in 3 weeks. It's not an easy task, but if you can find a way to win those 3 games, and again, I'm saying, look, that's a tough task, right? But I still feel like this AFC North is wide open because Baltimore doesn't look that great, even with Lamar. And the Steelers are the Steelers, man. They're gonna find a way to get to that 9 or 8 wins. But I'm not sold on them. I know they're well coached, but again, they have a tough schedule coming up. So you never know. You never know.
it is weird, but I do not think 9 games is going to win this division. I think you're right in the Ravens. I think they're very beatable. Lamar played terribly against the Browns,
Yeah.
and he did not show up this week either against the Jets. So, I don't think that's just him not taking it serious. I think maybe there's whether it's rust or maybe whatever it is with the injury still nagging him or whatever.
Yeah.
I think there's a problem there, and I think you're right. I think the Ravens are the best team in this division still.
Yep.
But it's a very slim margin. So
yeah, it's crazy, man. Honestly, speaking of rust, like I'm wondering if Burrow is going to be showing that. Honestly, I give the offensive line a good amount of credit. They've really stepped their game up since the beginning of the year. They only allowed 1 sack on Sunday, but again, you see Burrow who starts slow every September. I mean, now he's coming back from an injury. I mean, he's most likely going to have a carbon plate in his cleat too to help with the bone. And apparently those make you less mobile. So it's going to be interesting to see how he handles that. And honestly, what plays Zach Taylor decides to call. I mean, a lot of this goes into it. Apparently, according to Burrow, he wanted to play on Sunday. But since he was a little sore, not even his foot, but he was sore after the first 2 practices last week, and Zach ended up saying no. And I don't know. I don't know if they just didn't want to play him or want him to play 2 games in 4 days or whatever, but it's still kind of a head scratcher because he was ready to go on Sunday.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, no matter what happens to him, even if he wears like literal lead boots, I think he's still be that Flacco. You know that.
Very true.
Let's shift focus here over to the Browns. Let's talk a little bit about the Brownies. A ton of excitement in Cleveland now. I've obviously been a Shedeur fan for a while. I think the Browns made a huge mistake in drafting Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. I think Shedeur should have been drafted in the 3rd round instead. And so all this nonsense of Dylan Gabriel getting all these reps all year and Shedeur getting none, I thought was silly. And he already proved in 1 game that he's way better than Dylan Gabriel. He had a 52-yard bomb to Isaiah Bond, which was dang near a touchdown. He did have 1 bad interception. He got tricked on a play. The defensive lineman dropped back and totally got him. He had a 66-yard screen pass to Dylan Sampson. And then, he had another beautiful rollout to Jerry Jeudy. And if that ding-dong doesn't freaking start high-stepping in the middle of the field, not only would your boys parlay have hit to get me like 30 more bucks in my wallet, which would have been a nice little Thanksgiving gift, instead of him getting tackled losing the ball 39 yards when his freaking line was 39 and a half. He could have, also got the Browns another field goal. But I digress.
Hey, Brian, I'm going to interrupt you on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a hot take for you. I don't mind Jerry Jeudy trying to make a play right there. You know why? Yeah, here we go. Oh, I saw it. Here we go. I'm getting rattled, everybody. Okay, here we go. The guy's a number 1 receiver, right? Never gets the ball. What do you expect him to do? He's trying to make a play. I like it.
how many wide receivers slow down in the middle of their field? How is that a smart play?
I don't have an answer for you on that one.
I don't even know who that player was. I don't know if he's a linebacker or defensive lineman. I can't remember who punched out the ball. But there's no way that dude is catching Jerry Jeudy if he puts the Jets on. Why is Jerry Jeudy like high stepping? I'd like the 30-yard line, dude. Like you're not scoring a touchdown. What are you doing? Get out of bounds or don't get tackled, bro. What?
Maybe Vegas needs to investigate it.
Seriously, that way I can maybe get my nickels back. My goodness, it was egregious. Anyway, you're insane.
I was just trying to get you rattled and it worked, so it's good.
If you look at the box score, Shedeur Sanders was not that great, right? 11 of 20, 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And, to be honest, that's a better stat line than what we've seen from Dillon Gabriel in all 6 starts. Yeah. So I can't be too mad. But, the man changed the energy on the entire team. The defense has been playing great all year, but they played with their hair on fire like every player on the defense. 10 sacks. Myles Garrett now has 14 sacks in 3 games.
I think so. Yeah. He's got more sacks than the Bengals defense combined this season. Put that in perspective.
And the crazy thing is he's not winning MVP, right? I think we'll talk about this later, but that's probably Matt Stafford's gift to get. But this man is going to break, most likely, barring injury, going to break the sack record for a second season by a ton. He's on pace right now at 25 and a half sacks for the year, which would break it by 3 sacks. So he's playing lights out. And, I think the great thing is, as much as I've bashed Andrew Berry, I've done it on this show. I've done it on other shows. I've done it on my TikTok, everywhere. Andrew Berry might have saved his job with the draft he had this year and the 2 trades that he pulled off. Joe Flacco bringing in Tyson Campbell to replace Greg Newsome. Greg Newsome just got benched this week in Jacksonville. By the way, former first-round pick. Thank you. That was an initial Andrew Berry mistake, but he righted it, right? But the defense was just lights out. So
hang on, Brian. So let me ask you this then: with Andrew Berry, you're praising him right now. What if he? Okay, so I'm just thinking out loud here. Mm-hmm. Let's just say that the Browns end up winning 5 games in a row, right? They get hot. The defense is great. Shedeur Sanders is playing great. That's got to be who do you blame for that? Because you basically wasted a season if you don't make the playoffs because you didn't start Shedeur Sanders to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you got to think about that because your guys' defense is so good, legit, Super Bowl caliber defense. And I don't know. I just feel like if you guys had an average offense, like you guys would be, 10 or at least you probably have at least 7 or 8 wins right now. So I agree. I don't know.
If who's to blame was your initial question. Well, number one, Barry drafted Gabriel. They drafted him first. Apparently it was Kevin Stefanski's guy, but we don't find out anything around Cleveland. Like, it's all just a mess. That could have been DePodesta's pick. You'll never know the truth until another 15 years down the road. That's probably how it is in all the NFL teams. I think Kevin Stefanski is the one to blame the most, right? You see these guys playing. It was almost like he refused to give him reps, right? Like, everybody was complaining about it. I was one of the people complaining. It's like, dude, the most likely scenario is you're drafting a quarterback in the first round in 2026. So you need to see what both of these kids have before then, right? Like, the stupidest thing they could have done was to the whole year and just play Dillon Gabriel all year and done a redshirt year for Shedeur, there's been rumors of that. and then go into next year and draft a quarterback in the first round. Like, what are we doing here? Like, so I don't know. I think there's plenty of blame to go around. The thing though that's ironic is the more games that they win this year, the less hot their seats are going to be. I will give Kevin Stefanski credit. Normally, in the past, I should say, he would have probably danced around the question of who's going to start this week. And he just flat out said it on Monday, right after, he probably talked to Dylan Gabriel and said it, hey, Shedeur starting this week. They asked him, is he starting the rest of the year? He wouldn't commit to that. Smart move. So, it's taken a very, very long, hard year to get to this point. But I think with Tommy Rees calling plays, Jim Schwartz taking care of the defense, Kevin Stefanski just being a coach, and Andrew Berry finally learning after 5 failed drafts to figure out how to pick players, that I think we've got something good here. And if Shedeur can just improve, I mean, I don't need him to be a stud. I don't need him to be Lamar. I don't need him to be Patrick Mahomes. If he can just progress every week, I think we got something here. Then you can focus on 2 first-round picks. We can actually maybe get a wide receiver 1 instead of this Jerry Jeudy nonsense. I stop running in the middle of the field, or I drop the dang ball, more than anybody else in the NFL. And then you can, fill in your offensive line, right? Like that, and getting some of the defenders back next year, possibly getting JOK. Can you imagine Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and Carson Schlesinger together? Oh boy! Oh boy! I mean, good luck, Lamar. You got one on one side and one on the other. No, that's game over. So, I mean, let me throw it back to you. What do you think? How do you feel about Kevin Stefanski right now? Do you think he's on the hot seat?
I mean, you would think he. But it kind of we're kind of in the same boat together. Like, if the Bengals keep winning and the Browns keep winning, then, you know what? Our coaching staff is okay. We're going to run it back next year. And I just feel like that's just it's such a crappy excuse to say that. You know what I mean? Like, because you're basically trying to hide the truth, I feel like Stefanski is a good coach. It's good that he gave up the play calling and everything to kind of show. I mean, Zach Taylor's never done that, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind him being the head coach of the Browns. I mean, I think you got to kind of point the finger at Barry more than, Kevin Stefanski. So I don't know.
Well, and again, I mean, if Shedeur ends up working out and he got him in the 5th round, all anybody's going to talk about is what a great draft this was.
Exactly.
And the more these kids play, like, the more Jacksonville looks absolutely silly trading.
Yeah. Such a bad trade. That's such a bad trade on their part. That was so bad.
I'm loving it.
I know you are.
My goodness. All right, let's talk about the rest of the NFL. There was a few major injuries for fantasy football purposes and just for the league in general. Baker Mayfield, a left shoulder, did not finish the game. Alvin Kamara, MCL sprain, left the game with a knee injury, didn't come back. That could be, I mean, not that it matters for that team, but that could be big for fantasy purposes. T. Higgins, we already mentioned, a concussion. Drake London, a PCL sprain. I mean, really, out of those teams, the only major contender is the Bucks. What do you think about Baker? I saw he's listed as questionable this week, but I mean, I saw he did with a shoulder injury his last year with the Browns. What do you think?
I think the Buccaneers are in deep trouble right now. They did not look good against the Rams. Granted, I think obviously the Rams are honestly a Super Bowl contender, but Tampa Bay has really fallen off. And if Baker misses some time, I mean, you got Teddy Bridgewater going in there. I don't like their chances. The good news is for them, though, is they have, they got the Cardinals, the Saints, and then the Falcons 3 weeks in a row. I mean, that's not a tough schedule, so that kind of plays for them. But if I'm a Tampa Bay fan, I'm definitely starting to sweat a little bit.
Well, the good news is you probably only need like 9 wins to win that division. So
True. Well, actually, which is crazy. The Panthers are right behind them. They're half a game back right now of first place. I mean, look at the Panthers. I mean, they're such a weird team too, though. Like some games they'll look good, but then some other games they will look like one of the worst teams in the NFL. So yeah, obviously they're not going anywhere, but that just shows how bad that division is. You're right. I mean, it is definitely Tampa Bay's division to lose.
In Carolina, I mean, so I got all hyped up on the Bryce Young thing. He had like one good game, right? 2 weeks ago, I think he put up like 460 yards. What an anomaly that was! Like that Monday game the other night was just trash. I mean, you got Brock
bad.
3 interceptions, and Bryce Young just looked terrible. Like what?
Yeah, he did.
And the play calling, like you've got a first, I think it was first or second down on the 1 yard line, not even the one. I think it was inside the 1 yard line. And instead of running Dowdle up the middle, like you throw up an interception. Like I'm pretty sure there was like 5 or 6 49ers all around that wide receiver. I was like, what are you doing? Like, who is calling these plays? What is going on? So I have got zero faith in the Panthers. Ted McMillan, I like him, but other than that, number one, what the heck do you think happened with Brock Purdy? And number 2, is the Bryce Young? I mean, are we done with him? Is he going to still be the QB1 next year in Carolina? What do you think?
I mean, with Bryce Young, you would think that they're going to try to stick with him as long as they can. That's not saying that it's the right move. I don't know. Bryce Young is different. You know, it's just, or it's tough. It's tough to tell with him. I think they are going to stick with him. But I think by the end of next year, yeah, they're going to make a move and he won't be the starting quarterback in Carolina anymore. In regards to Brock Purdy, yeah, man, you're right. I mean, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions last night, 193 yards. Yeah, he hasn't had a good season. I don't know. That's another weird one, man. I mean, you just sometimes find these guys that have a good year or two and then just kind of fall down from there. And it's definitely starting to show there. So, I mean, if I'm a 49ers fan, yeah, I'm definitely not comfortable with him right now. And I'm honestly maybe thinking, you know, who can we potentially find in the draft to kind of have somebody, you know, behind him. So I don't know. That's a tough one.
Well, Bryce Young is his 4th year will be next year. And then if they wanted to exercise his 5th year option, that would get him through the 2027 season.
Okay. Well, so he's going to probably ask for a contract extension though, then after the season then, right?
I don't think so.
Is it going into his last year of his contract? Is that what you said?
His rookie contract, yes.
Okay.
They could just pick up the 5th year option. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they did that with Burrow 2 years ago. Okay. Yeah, that's what they'll do.
Yeah. And you already kind of mentioned the Rams-Bucks game, but I mean, let me throw this at you real quick before we move on to other games. Past 8 games for Mr. Matthew Stafford, 25 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. They look so good.
Oh my gosh. That defense also.
Yeah.
They're allowing the least amount of points in the NFL right now, the LA Rams. Which, you know, when they said F them picks, like who thought that they would be back in the mix for a Super Bowl contender so quickly?
It's crazy, right?
Insane how well they have picked in the later rounds. Kirk Cousins has a little mini resurgence against the lowly Saints. No people there. What about the Eagles Cowboys? Tell me about your thoughts on that. I mean, that was just
epic collapse. I mean, so many miscues with the Eagles, you know, in that 4th quarter. I mean, here I am watching this game and it's 21-0. I'm like, here we go. You know, Dallas's defense is going to give up 50 points. I mean, what a crazy game. And hats off to Dallas, man. I mean, they kept their their heads down or their heads up, and they really came back and won the game. So I mean, Dak looked horrible to start the game, but ended up finishing with 2 touchdowns, 354 yards. I think it just kind of shows when the Eagles are down, though, I don't know. I feel like they're usually playing with the lead for a lot of these games that they're in. So it's just kind of how they responded when they ended up, tied with the Cowboys. I mean, they just seemed like they weren't themselves. So I'm not going to say panic, obviously, if you're an Eagles fan. I mean, they're still one of the best teams in the league, in my opinion. They're so boring to watch, like I've said in the past, but they have such a great roster. So yeah, I think they're going to be okay. But again, Dallas, I mean, what do you think? I mean, you think Dallas can make a run to the playoffs right now?
I think Dallas is scary, man. They're like they're playing with house money. I mean, you mentioned that Dak's throwing up 350 yards on it. That's not a terrible defense in the Eagles. Like, that's a pretty good defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my goodness, I think they can make a run. I haven't looked at the standings, in all honesty, this week, but
they are 3 games back from the Eagles right now. Let's check the wow. Keep talking.
Yeah, I think they might dive in for a wild card spot, maybe. I mean, the bottom of the NFC is kind of like mushy, right? You got the 49ers in the mix. There's just nobody that's really great in that 7th, I don't think. So, and with the Cowboys, because their defense is to hold the Eagles to 0 points in the second half. I mean, that says something. I mean, we keep taking the over on all the Dallas games.
Right. Yeah, that's true. You are right, though. I mean, it's kind of tougher for these NFC teams right now to make the wild card right now, man. I mean, so the 49ers are the 7th seed with 8 wins. So the Cowboys are really 3 games back. Right now, they hold an 8% chance of making the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah, forget it. Some stuff. I don't think they can overcome that deficit. I don't have much faith in the 49ers this year, but if they're 3 games ahead, then that is what it is.
For sure. Yeah, and Brian, let's get into your Bears game. Let me have it. Go ahead.
Let's talk about it. The Bears beat the Steelers. The Bears are 8-3. I mean, at some point, you got to start saying your record is your record, pal. It's 11 games. It's not week 2. It's not. I mean, this is not an anomaly, right? 31 points. They beat the Steelers 31-28. Now, again, I'm sure you're going to say, oh, it was Mason Rudolph and another easy game. Like, it's still the Steelers, dude. Like, the Steelers are still a tough matchup. They're still a good defense. Like, they've shown flashes. They've obviously shown it even against the Bengals at times. But again, I mean, you look at the rest of their schedule, okay? It is tough. I'll give you that. But I don't see any way that they don't at least go 500, which means if they just go 500 the rest of this season, the Bears are going to finish like 11-6, okay? In what planet is that a bad team? Like, you can't tell me that's a bad team. Tell me why you think it's still a bad team. Come on.
I just don't believe in Caleb Williams. I just don't.
You just don't like it because he painted his fingernails one time? Come on.
No, okay, Brian. I want to bet some lunch for you here right now, okay? I got a little wager for you.
All right, we talking mac and cheese? We talking steak dinner?
We'll do a burger. Let's do some burgers somewhere.
All right, you do a cheeseburger bet. I like that. All right. What do we got?
I will bet you that the Eagles cover 6.5 against the Bears.
Oh, sure.
You gonna take that?
Yeah.
This will be a true test for your little Bears to see if they are. I get they're going to most likely make the playoffs, but are they going to be able to make a run in the playoffs? This is the team that they have to beat to show that they're for real. That's just my opinion.
The same team that just gave up 350 yards to the Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Legs and gave up 24 points.
Just 6.5 points, Brian.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I will enjoy my winking lizard lunch, and I'll probably get a buffalo chicken salad rather than a burger, but I will appreciate the free meal. Thank you.
Okay.
We will talk about this next week. And I think at some point, once they hit 10 wins, you can't say they're a bad team, right? Like once they get to double
Sure.
digits.
Yeah. I will get on the show next week if they cover against the Eagles or if they beat the Eagles.
Okay.
Then they will earn my respect.
Okay. We already kind of talked about the Ravens. How about the Texans and Buffalo? I know that was Thursday night. That seems like a lifetime ago, but
yeah,
what the heck? That Texans defense, man, holy cow!
They are good, man. Yeah, it's just another question mark game with this Bills offense. Josh Allen didn't have a single touchdown. Two interceptions though. I mean, I just feel like they do kind of have a lack of receivers on that offense. I mean, James Cook is having a great year, don't get me wrong, at running back, and he's obviously a weapon for Josh Allen as well. But yeah, man, this one's a little weird. Still one of the better teams, obviously, if not one of the best teams in the AFC. But yeah, like you said, man, that Texans defense is for real, and that's really been keeping him in a lot of these games. So again, that's just another one, man. If you're a Texans fan, you're just so frustrated that the offense just can't really get it together, to stay consistent. So yeah, man, definitely a questionable game, but I think Buffalo will still be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Buffalo. They've lost 4 of their last 7 games after starting 3-0. And it's almost to me like, we talked after that Chiefs game where we're like, Buffalo has got it, right? And then they put the bed against the Dolphins. Then again, they blow out the Buccaneers. Well, not blow out, but I mean, it was still a double-digit victory.
Yep.
And then they clam up against the Texans. I'm like, man, is this a Jekyll and Hyde team is not going to work out very well in the playoffs, especially a team that's already lost.
Yeah. I will say real quick, they have a pretty tough schedule coming up, man. So this could get really interesting. They got to go to Pittsburgh, then they play the Bengals. I think that game, by the way, is going to be a shootout, Josh Allen versus Joe Burrow kind of game. Then they got the Patriots, the Browns, the Eagles, and the Jets. I mean, you could probably only see one game that you would say, okay, they'll probably win that game, and it's the Jets, right? Man, I don't know. I feel like they could be losing. They might lose at least 3 or 4 of these games coming up. I didn't realize how tough their schedule is down the road here. But man, I mean, do you have any thoughts on that? I mean, it's not an easy task.
I'm skittish on the Bills, man. They're currently sitting 7th right now in the standings. It is a log jam once you get to the wild card. You have the Chargers, Jaguars, and Bills all at 7 and 4. Right behind them, you've got not 1, not 2, but 3 teams sitting at 6 and 5 in the Texans, Steelers, and Chiefs. After that is the Dolphins, Bengals, and Browns, which, that's a long shot. But, I mean, to have 6 teams all within one game of each other, I mean, that's a little messy. Yeah. And the Chargers have fallen off a little bit. I have no faith in the Jaguars. They squeaked one out against the Cardinals this week. But, yeah, I mean, I think the Chiefs beating the Colts, I think really rattled everything up, and I think the Chiefs are coming.
Oh, man. The Chiefs are going to end up making the playoffs, which it's just going to bother me. Like, they're going to end up squeaking their way in, and Brian, they're going to end up going to the Super Bowl. Like, it's just, you can already see it. It's so unfortunate, but that's what's going to happen.
I don't see that. I mean, but I will say one thing I was impressed by is the Chiefs held Jonathan Taylor, who has been having an MVP season, to 58 yards and 0 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the Colts lost that game. Now it was over, but
crazy.
And they're putting up, I think, 31.5 points per game. They only put up 20.
Mm-hmm.
That stopping the Indianapolis Colts is shutting down the run and then making Daniel Jones go back to New York.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I mean, I think it is. I mean, you've definitely seen Daniel Jones struggle in those situations where he's forced to pass. So, yeah, I would agree with you 100%. I think that's definitely one of the keys to victory if you're playing the Colts. Chiefs, though, man, yeah, like I said, they got a couple of tough games coming up too, but um, this is just going to be a team. I'm telling you, they're gonna find a way, man. They always do.
I think they get in the playoffs. I don't see them getting back to the Super Bowl. I would actually not be surprised if they don't even make it to the AFC Championship this year.
I think that their odds of making the Super Bowl are plus 900, which honestly, I was expecting it to be a lot higher than that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, maybe that's a lock for you for this week.
Hey, $10 gets you $90. Go Chiefs.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the week ahead. What you got? You've already mentioned it. We've got the Ravens and the Bengals coming on Thursday night. They're going to wrap up the night there for us while we're all half asleep and comatose from our turkey Thanksgiving days. So, what do you see about this game? What do you like about it? Do you have any bold predictions?
Yeah, man. My bold prediction, I'm gonna say Burrow comes out hot, and Burrow's gonna throw for 4 touchdowns. Two of those will go to Jamar, and Bengals end up getting this victory. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be a shootout kind of game. I say the Bengals end up getting this win 37-34. Calling it right now. I think that I don't think that the Ravens, like we've both said, the Ravens are that good right now. They're struggling. It's, a weird kind of spot, short week with Burrow coming back. The Ravens don't really know what to expect. I mean, heck, the Bengals don't even really know what to expect. Let's be honest. But they always find a way to play the Ravens well, at least the last couple of seasons. So, yeah, I think it's going to be an entertaining game, and I'm looking forward to it.
I was actually hoping that you were going to say the opposite because I was going to surprise you and say that I thought that the Bengals were going to win. So we're in lockstep on this. I mean, I didn't know that Burrow was starting, but
yep.
So that gives me a little bit of pause, but I still think, like I said, the Ravens defense has been playing a lot better these last 3-4 weeks, but their offense has been not good in my opinion. And I don't know what's going on with Lamar. We already talked about that, but
he will look, this offense, I promise you, will look better though against this Bengals defense. So just keep that in mind.
I don't know. We also thought that the Patriots were going to blow them out. And they didn't do it, so I don't know.
Drake May had an off game. I don't think he was really himself that game, but that's a different conversation.
Still won by 6. Okay, on to the Browns. They are playing the 49ers this week. We talked about the 49ers. Brock Purdy just threw 3 interceptions against the Carolina Panthers, who I guess have a better defense than I want to give them credit for, but still not that good. Last time that the 49ers came into Cleveland and it was bad weather, it wasn't even wintry mix.
I remember this.
Did not play very well. So I would not be surprised if it is a low-scoring game. I think we talked about it before the show. The over in total points keeps going down. I somehow snagged it at 39.5. It is supposed to be a snowy, wintry mix. I believe last time I looked, maybe some wind is a factor. Again, the Browns defense is way better than the Panthers defense. And two of the big strengths of the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey in the run game and the tight end, George Kittle in the passing game. The Browns have shut down running backs and tight ends all season long. I mean, we're not talking again, it's not one game, it's not two. We're talking 11 weeks now. They have consistently, they just shut down Brock Bowers, and Genty, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, on and on and on and on. So Now, I do think Christian McCaffrey is going to get his yards. I think he would probably be better off if you wanted to take a bet on him. Maybe the passing yards or receiving yards for McCaffrey. That's probably where he could hurt us the most. And he did not play in that game against the Browns 2-3 years ago, whatever it was, when P.J. Walker won for us. But again, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think Shedeur, I think he has an okay game, but I think the Browns win 17-14. I think it's
the spread is 5 right now. I do really like the Browns +5 at home. Like you said, I don't think if it's really bad weather, Purdy's not going to play well, especially with how the Browns defense is playing. So definitely think it's going to, this could even be like, honestly, like a 12-9 game, honestly. Maybe a bunch of field goals or something, but it honestly should be a pretty entertaining game. So, and if hopefully the weather isn't horrible to where some fans are able to go out there and support their young rookie to victory here. So we'll see, Brian.
My bold prediction, which is probably going to be crazy, and I can't wait to tell my co-host this on Sunday. I am guessing that Quinshon Judkins is going to have a passing touchdown.
Okay.
They have run this Wildcat, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, and all 5 times or all 6 times, whatever it is, they've scored a touchdown. So it's been working very effectively. 2 times against the Raiders, who they look like they weren't even ready for it, which is crazy to me because, again, the Browns have run this thing like 3 times before this game. So it's like, how could you not be ready for that? But I think the 49ers are going to be ready for it, and I think that Tommy Rees is going to dial up one Wildcat run. It's going to get stuffed up the middle, and then he's going to have Quinshon Judkins take a step forward and then just toss a little layup up, and he's going to score a passing touchdown. So that's my bold prediction. What other games are you looking forward to this week?
Real quick, so did you see what Burrow said on playing on Thanksgiving when he was at his press conference today? Totally forgot about this. It just came up in him. So he was asked by a reporter, what are your thoughts on playing on Thanksgiving? And his response was hilarious. I've had a bunch of Lions fans text me. It'd be like, Joe Burrow is on my shit list now. So he said, you grow up going to Thanksgiving. You have your meals and you sit on the couch, watch the Lions versus somebody, watch Matthew Stafford throw for 300 to 400 yards with Calvin Johnson and probably lose the game.
Man,
I think that's hilarious.
Over there making friends.
But that's the thing too, is Burrow's doing that right now with Jamar Chase before he got hurt, right? Like they ended up losing the games because of the defense. I don't know. I just found that really funny.
Maybe we'll have a big trade like the Matt Stafford, Jared Goff trade. Maybe we'll have a big Joe Burrow and somebody else trade.
Pass. No, a couple of games. Yeah, I think every single game on Thanksgiving is going to be really good. Packers and Lions can be a competitive game. Chiefs and Cowboys, obviously, I think that game could be a shootout as well. So definitely looking forward to all 3 of those. Another game I thought I saw here. Yeah, Colts Texans. We talked about this before the show. It's going to be interesting to see how the Colts can respond. Going up against, they are at home, which helps, but going up against a really good defense right now. So these divisional games are usually really close. So I think this is the first time they've played each other this year too. Yeah, it is. So yeah, that should be a good game as well.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. I mean, we've got the Texans who are allowing second least amount of points per game by 0.2 points. The Rams. So Texans are allowing 16.5 points per game, which is second. And then you've got the Colts who are scoring a league high 32.1 points per game. So that's going to be a strength matchup, and that should be a lot of fun. I also we've got a big bet on this, you and I now. But I also like the Bears-Eagles matchup. I'm excited to see what comes of that. They're both 8-3. both teams are hot. The Eagles are coming off of a stinging loss, so I'm excited to see what happens there. What do you got for us? Any locks of the week?
So we're gonna go with the Thanksgiving trifecta. We're gonna take every single over on Thursday, 3-leg parlay. Guys, honestly, I would not be offended if you ended up taking all 3 unders. Trust me. I might do the same thing, honestly, because I'm that bad. But I like all the overs on Thursday.
There's usually a lot of points on Thanksgiving, but yeah, I wish I would have started keeping track of your bets from the beginning.
I don't.
I just have it here as not great. Your play over here is 7 of 11. So let me give you. Although I was 0-2 last week, it was a bad week, right? But I like the over for 41.5, like 41.5 for the Jaguars Titans. Titans were able to finally get their footing last week, put up some points against the Seahawks. All teams, I think that the Jaguars have been just dynamic on offense to begin with. So I think that should be an easy one. And then you mentioned it too. I also like the Chiefs Cowboys over. It's up to 52.5, but I mean, hell, I would take that if it was 59. So
yeah,
I like that. Did you have any other locks other than your little gobbler there?
Gobbler, I like that. Eagles minus 6.5. Duh. Yep, I'm taking that.
Can't wait to prove you wrong there. All right. Well, one more big thing we have to talk about now that we've wrapped up the NFL upcoming. This is a gigantic week for your Ohio State Buckeyes, which we are both Buckeyes fans. Buckeyes obviously take care of business with Rutgers, even without Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. What's your level of concern here for this game coming up?
Yeah, I'm not. Honestly, man, I'm really not that nervous about it. I think Ohio State is just too good for these guys. Granted, they're calling for some snow showers, it sounds like, on Saturday. I don't know how accurate that is, but it's going to be cold. It's going to be, a typical Michigan-Ohio State game. And I can't wait for this. I can see Ryan Day putting the pedal to the metal and not letting up. I want this guy to run the damn score up. Because I recently hasn't even been a rivalry, Brian. I mean, they've had Ohio State's number. And I think this has to be the year where they go in there and they just curb stomp them. It has to be. They are so loaded on each side of the ball. And Michigan just has so many flaws in their roster, I think the spread's down to 10 right now. And I think it's going to continue to drop for whatever reason. I think a lot of people are on Michigan to cover that at home, but I'm really leaning Ohio State at least they should cover obviously pretty easily, but I could see them winning by more than 20 points. Not worried.
Well,
you are, aren't you?
I am worried. Dude, it seems like every time you're super confident, whether you're a fan of that team up north or you're a fan of the Buckeyes, like I always remember there was a year when I was in college. So this was like, I don't know, sometime between 2006 and 2010. We had a group of people that would go up, and half of us we were Toledo guys, so we were half Buckeyes, half Ohio, half Michigan. It was like every year that you thought Michigan was going to win in dominant fashion, the Buckeyes would. And there have been some years, like last year, where the Buckeyes were the way better team. They ended up being the national champions, and they lost 30-10. So it's a weird game, right? Like there's something about it. But my guess is Ryan Day, he has checked off almost everything off his list, right? He's obviously been coaching way different this year. It shows in the press conferences after the games. But, I mean, think about this. So if Michigan doesn't win, they probably don't get into the playoff.
Yeah. That's true.
So their season is pretty much over. But at the same time, now I just watched the Michigan Northwestern game 2 weeks ago, and they look freaking bad, man. Bryce Underwood is just not good, but they surprise you like with just running back after running back after running back. Like their number one running back was injured, and I think their second running back got injured the middle of that game. But like with that offensive line, they just kept running it up the middle. And as long as they don't have to pass the ball, like they were doing okay. So I guess one of my big questions for you is the Ohio State Buckeyes defense has been dominant against the run, and Michigan really doesn't. I mean, from what I've seen, doesn't have a great passing game. So, which do you think is going to be better? Do you think the Buckeyes hold them in the run game?
Yes, I do. I just, you just look at what Ohio State's been able to do, and granted, I know that they have not played the best teams recently, right, in the Big Ten, but that is the way Michigan has been beating Ohio State the last couple of years, is that run game. So you would think Ryan Day will have a really good drawn-up plan on what to do, you know. So yeah, as long as they can stop the run and force Michigan to pass, I think this game could be a blowout.
I think you're more than likely right. I mean, I hope the spread keeps going down as we get closer, because I'm going to wait till game day and put a couple of nickels on the Ohio State Buckeyes to cover that spread, especially if Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith suit up. I think Ryan Day is just absolutely pissed off, and I think he just, like you mentioned, I think he wants to blow them out by 30 points.
For sure.
I think he's been waiting and savoring for this moment for the entire year. Kind of doing the NBA manage the minutes or whatever, right? Oh man, so yeah, no, I'm excited. It should be a fun game to watch, especially for Buckeyes fans. And yeah, let's see how it ends. So, but that'll wrap us up. That's another week of the Rust Belt Rivalry podcast, baby. Browns fans, we got wrists up. Bengals fans, you got Joey B back. Buckeye Nation, big rivalry game this week. A lot to look forward to. Nick, take us away.
Yep, make sure you guys subscribe, leave us a review, and hit us up on social media with all your takes. Hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. If you don't like turkey, then don't listen to this show. Sorry, I'm going to say it. So, yeah, wishing you and your family the